Alright, hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind, heavily modded edition, of course. This time, we, for those of you who missed last episode, are back with Julian Failing, and no, we're not doing the Mudcrab quest, we're doing a different quest altogether for once. Yeah, she's been having trouble with bandits. The bandits have only tried to get my guar and those of two other herders nearby. The bandits came from the south last time, and they let off one of my best guar that way. I checked south of here to see if there are any caves or tombs that the bandits could be hiding in. Alright, so south. South we go. Caves or tombs. Alright, I petted my lucky guar, which sounds vaguely dirty. And that is a lot of mist. Alright, caves and or tombs. So last time I was talking about Morrowind and how big of a disappointment it was for me personally. Just because Morrowind was such an amazing game. And honestly, even though I was young when I started playing Oblivion, I was aware, I suppose you could say, that of what nostalgia and what heightened expectations meant, and that I probably was not going to find what I was looking for. Something as amazing and grossing as Morrowind was. And that's okay. The sequel to something that you have heavy nostalgia about is never going to be better. And it's just not, because nostalgia is a clever fiend, and it makes things seem better than they are. Right now, I'm sure if you've never played Morrowind and you looked at it compared to other games of its generation, it probably stands higher than its peers, but it's not maybe the best, objectively. I think it's the best, but I know and am consistently aware that I am in no way subjective or objective about my opinion on this game. I am very aware of the fact that I love this game to death and wouldn't, well, I might say bad things about it. You should criticize the things you love to make them better, but I wouldn't go out of my way to put anything above Morrowind, I suppose you could say. Like, I feel that this game was the best game to come out of its generation, and hello. You leave me with a dilemma. This isn't like other games. I can't just shoot arrows off and hope that they hit and then go find them. Oh, hello, chokeweed. Oh god, searching in this dark is just no good. This is one reason I kind of... Ooh, hello. Guars. Oh, see, now you want to run up to me? Why you gotta behave? But yeah, I was aware that, of all likelihood, I was not going to enjoy that game, Oblivion, as much as I did Morrowind. And that's okay, that is a perfectly reasonable thing. I did not think I would hate the story, and that is a very important distinction to make there. I despised the story of that game. That game had one of the worst storylines, in my opinion. The whole time, I was just aware that it was one long, essentially a gather quest for somebody else. And it's not even like a good MMO where you have like a plot line and stuff. Or not a plot line, a group of friends you can do it with. It's just a bad game. In my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, of course, and I wouldn't say anybody's is wrong, just I probably don't agree with you. If you think Oblivion was a great game. I've known people who are just like, oh, it's a good game. I'm like, well, I mean, the combat's solid. That's about all it's got really going for it. This looks like the place I want. But why would they just let rats do that? That's great. Burn! Burn! Thank you. What's this? The Book of Rest and Endings are filled with obscure bits of cult mumbo-jumbo. The ritual for ending of Wrathmen. From 50 fathers, frozen in enslaved past, ripped from the wraith loom, asunder the life weave, locked tight in earth grip, hold firm and dream fast. Okay. Oh, hey. Saint Veloth. Dwelling. What is that? Anyways. Fortify Magicka. Fortify attribute speed and resist fire. Now, which one of these is that? Yeah, whatever. Okay, see, I don't want to just attack them and have these fenders, but... Well, my crime hasn't been reported. Would you just... Screw it.
Fight, coward!
I'm not a coward. Your friend called me a coward.
Run
no, we can talk about the...
can.
Fine.
Oh!
Yeah, there's two of them. Anyways. Fuck, I honestly forgot what I was talking about. I don't care about any of your stuff. Go ban, close, boom. Tonto? Nice, cool. I can't believe Tonto's had to be modded into Skyrim. That's like, really? Were you guys the only one? That looks trapped. That looks very, very trapped. Cool. I really wish I could read Oblivion. That was kind of cool. Common amulet, belt, ring, and some gold. Take the gold. I need to get a stash soon and sell some of this stuff. I'll probably use Cassius's stuff as a stash. And this really has got the value to weight ratio that I'm looking for. Awesome, empty small chest, cool. Alright, let's get that ever bloody hell out of here. Like, see, when I was younger, I would be looting all of these, but I thought I was being all cool, and that's nice, and uninstalling the Tribunal DLC, because I wanted to beat the first game first. I didn't want to beat the expansions. That would have been silly. I didn't like that idea. That's crazy. But I uninstalled those, and while they do make the initial game more difficult, I would say. It was fucking weird. It looks like an alien. That was crazy. Anyways, while they do make the initial game a fair bit more difficult, money-wise, you very quickly. They do not. What was I gonna say? Well, it does make the game more difficult. Yeah, it trains you to search everything. That's what I was making this out on why I said do not. It trains you to search everything, which is good. That is a good RPG gamer mental aspect to have. To search everything, that's a great idea. Let's wait 9 hours. No, that's not what I meant. God damn it. To search everything is just a fantastic idea for burgeoning RPGs. Like somebody who's just like, I like RPGs, they're pretty fun, I enjoy exploring. Searching everything is a freaking fantastic idea, and that is a great thing to teach somebody. And I am lost. That is because that stuff I'm looking for is over here. I think. I could be wrong. But when you install Tribunal, and you get assassins thrown at your face, assassins who are not strong enough to kill you at level 1. Hello, Nichehound. Assassins who are not good enough to kill you at level 1, and you can defend yourself from, and decide not to go to Tribunal. You can go through the whole game pretty much loaded on gold. It's no longer difficult. In fact, I would not have Tribunal and Blood Moon installed if it was not required for the mod pack I am running. Because
yes, Outlander, what do you want?
What What is it with you and fucking Hackalo? No thanks. Don't need anything, just ask. Cool. Maybe some fucking money. Hackalo, what the fuck is... This bitch is crazy, but I'm sure you love Hackalo, don't you? Oh yes, you do. Scratch, 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 scratch. Yeah, look at him, he jumped! It then licked. That's kind of fucking weird. I'm just gonna go. Let's get back to Aldrin. Fucking jumped. That was kind of cool. I've never really watched their animations before. I didn't even know they could jump. I'm gonna do a steady walk here, just in case I get attacked along the way, because I want to improve my marksman here. So, anyways, sorry, I sometimes like noises, but you know, it's just it teaches you to look for things and to be sparing with your money. And Morrowind also has one thing about it that I really like. There are no fights at any point that you're supposed to lose. And I don't know how many of you watching this video have ever run into a game where there comes a fight that you're supposed to lose. But if you've never done it, you're lucky, and I apologize because I've just implanted your mind with the seed of this idea. And I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that to you, but I assumed at some point you would have had this happen. Oh, hello. What am I fighting? Ah, next time. Hello. To now pelt you in the face. That was unexpected. I did not mean to implant this demon baby in your head, and I apologize. I should have used a condom. I'm just fucking with you. But no, I figure most people have had this happen at one point or another, and it's a terrible fucking game ploy. A terrible mechanic. I know it's supposed to impress. Jesus, I can speak English, I swear, it's my first language. I can impress upon you, or it's meant to impress upon you that this is an enemy that you are currently not strong enough to defeat, and probably later in the game you'll fight it again and beat it. Or supposed to be able to beat it. And that's cool for a story mechanic and everything. And in fact, the first time I had it happen to me in a game, I honestly can't remember what game it was, but I thought it was cool. Sorry about that. I'll run this time. So yeah, this game is actually crashing a fair bit, and that's annoying. I don't like that, because as you might imagine, it makes for a fairly non-watchable gameplay footage. So, anyways, what I was talking about just a moment ago was games that make you lose to impress upon you that this enemy is currently out of your reach of defeating. It is a terrible idea, and unless it is hugely obvious, such as like they one-shot you and at no point do you have a chance to win, it should not be employed. The reason behind that is you will find yourself, every gamer who runs into one of these will find themselves at some point or another playing a part of a game that proves to be incredibly difficult to them, and finding themselves wondering, am I supposed to be able to beat this? And yeah, most of the time, yes you are, but it's a niggling doubt. You're like, maybe I should just let myself die. No. Always, I can't even say that with honesty, because if I did, there's so many people out there who are gonna waste things. One of my buddies, I think he was playing one of the Final Fantasy games, maybe? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was a Final Fantasy game, because he was talking about using all of his Phoenix Downs. But maybe he was just converting something else in a different RPG into what I would know it as Phoenix Downs, but I'm pretty sure he was playing a Final Fantasy game. And he was telling me about how he was doing this one fight, and he was unaware of the fact that he was supposed to lose. So he used up all of his Phoenix Downs, he used up all of his fucking potions and everything, and in the end still lost. And then the story continued, and he realized at that point, I understand now, I'm supposed to lose. And he had to reload and go back because he didn't want to lose all the shit. And that's a problem. never ever 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 let your players waste all of their shit if you're gonna let them lose. That's a dick move. It's just a terrible idea. That is poor it's game design, in my opinion. That is like, oh hey, by the way, all that shit you just used was wasted. You shouldn't have done that. We are moving past 15 minutes here, but I just want to go ahead and get back to the woman in question. So I'm just gonna keep moving. But yeah, in my opinion, implanting that seed is just a terrible, terrible thing.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
It's just like, oh, hey, by the way, screw you, brah. Like, it's just no kinds of fun. It's terrible. Nobody likes it. And nobody likes you when you do it to them. Maybe, like, I don't know, in an RPG, have a thing that blocks off your ability to use potions or something. I don't know. In Phoenix Downs and such through the fight. I mean, it might be a bit of a giveaway.
Yes, Outlander. Is there something you need?
Of what you're attempting to do, but I guarantee you more people will be happy with that. Alright, I'm just gonna turn this in and then I'll call the
Go
episode.
ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Yeah, I took care of the troubles with the... Let's get to... What? No, I took care of the bandits. Oh, God. Alright, I'm just, I didn't talk to her, apparently. I thought I did, but apparently not. So what I'll have to do here is go back to her and then come back to this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the EXE and go and do that over again. And then I will cut the video to next episode to where I'm right here, only this time I'm going to click on Trouble with Bandits and she can be like, woo, you're so good and stuff. Because we already know I killed the bandits. So, see you next time, when this will be a successful screen and not a screen filled with fail.